Guys, the 330 is not starting at all. The battery's been acting kind of funny for about a month now, but in the past week, it's just completely stopped altogether. Before that, I was able to jump it off of my friend's car and it would start every single time. But about a week ago, when I was driving it, I actually stalled the car, and when I went to jump it, the cable started smoking and it went all the way down to the wire. The entire rubber coating around the jumper cables got completely seared off, and I think what happened is we accidentally swapped the positive and negative cables because it was really dark out, and so I'm kind of worried that that actually did some real damage to the electrical system of the car. So in today's video, I'm going to call AAA roadside and see if we can figure out what's the problem with the battery system. I really hope that it doesn't have to do with the alternator or the starter or any of the like wiring harnesses or anything in depth like that. Fingers crossed it's just a battery problem, but we will see. But as you can see, it is obviously very cold and snowy out, so it is about time that I swap on my winter tires, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. So these are my winter tires. You may or may not have seen these before on the channel. Let's be real, you probably haven't, because I haven't posted in 8 months. Sorry about that, guys. I've just been really busy with a lot of other stuff, trying to grow another YouTube channel where I talk about stock market investing and passive income. If you guys want to check that out, it is in my featured channels. Sorry for getting sidetracked. Back to the winter tires. These are 17-inch stock M Sport E46 rims. They're square setup, so it's a 205 tire all around, 50 width, and the tire is a Ultimax Arctic is what it's called. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into a time lapse now of throwing these on the car, because these 19-inch wheels, while they do look really good, they got some skinny summer tires on there, so that is not going to do very well in this weather. Don't forget to take out the center cap. Super easy mistake to make, and if you actually forget to do it and you bolt on the new wheel, you have to take it all the way off just to put a new one on. So definitely don't forget that. So these wheels are pretty dirty, but I'm not gonna clean them now just because there's so much snow on the ground that my hose is actually frozen down. But I will probably make a video soon going to a car wash and cleaning everything down. But let's go ahead and bolt this back on. Now I'm going to go ahead and torque them down. Torque spec on these wheels is 87 foot-pounds. So now that the AAA guy is here, we can get into what you guys have probably been waiting for, which is how am I going to be able to start this BMW? So the first thing he did was apply his little charger pack in the front and the back of the car to see if that would give the battery enough charge to start up. So now that that's applied, I'm going to go ahead and go in front and see if I can start up the car.
You can just give us some more time?
Yeah, give us some more time. Wasn't he even doing that for you before?
No, I wasn't doing that.
All right. So just what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the test run itself real quick, just so that we can see what the health of the battery is.
Okay.
After I'll take this jump pack off and I'll put my cables on there, which should definitely be able to get it started.
All right, awesome. So then you think the relays are good?
Yeah, I think the relays are good, because if it was messed up, we wouldn't even got that thump out of it.
Is that the starter that's making that noise? The click,
Yeah,
click?
that's it. Just trying to communicate with the battery and the alternator and everything just to get it fired up. All right, just to show you the health of the battery right now. The health is pretty low. State of charge is at 0%. State of health 2%. Out of the 730 cold crank amps that you're supposed to get, you're only getting 21 out of that.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, I'm gonna put the cables on there to see what we can get, and then, like I said, that should definitely get us started.
All right.
And just by that right there, it got some power to it. It just wasn't enough. Give it a little bit of a rev, and then I'll have you try starting it. If it doesn't work at that point, I'm gonna just rev it for a little bit longer, all right?
Okay.
Give it a shot now. Still nothing? Alright. Give it a little bit more time.
Alright.
Now, the next thing we thought to do was to check the fuse box, which is in the glove box on this car, and see if there was any blown fuses. He thought that the starter relay fuse might have been blown, but it turned out everything was fine, so we ended up just putting the fuses right back in, and that only left us with really two options, either to tap the starter or replace the battery.
Because this, man, there's no way I'm reaching the starter.
Yeah. No. I think it's like
somewhere.
it's
tucked
it's
away
like
in
back by the transmission or something.
This is what I just had the bends and
Yeah.
literally doing the same exact thing your car is doing. Same thing was going on with the bends. Like, it was just dead to the point where I felt like
So sorry I skipped through that, guys, but basically what we're doing now is I'm going to swap out my battery for a AAA battery, and if that ends up fixing the problem, then that means that my battery is just completely dead, which is actually a pretty good outcome because at least the rest of the electrical system is fine.
Alright, try starting her up now.
Hey, there we go.
So I'm actually really glad that it was just a battery. Even though it was like $200, at least the rest of the car is fine. I'm happy to get it back on the road. I forgot to mention one more thing, guys. My f***ing mirror is gone. I was just sitting at the back of the driveway down there, and then my dad just backed up into me and totally ripped off my mirror. So I'm gonna have to find one on eBay now, but it's pretty hard because these facelift coupes have a different mirror style, and I want to get one obviously in the exact same color. So I've been looking on eBay and I can't find anything, but I'll keep you guys updated because I definitely need to get a new mirror soon. But now that all the wheels are on, there's only one more thing left to do. I'm gonna go head over to the local gas station and fill them all up with air because they're probably a little low. They've been sitting for probably almost a year now. So let's go ahead and get into that. So some guy just pulled up behind me, so I couldn't finish the time lapse, but all the tires are sitting good now at 35 PSI. If you guys want to see my last video where I installed Angel Eyes on my BMW, click the link on screen right now. With that all being said, I think that about wraps up today's video. As always, smash the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and hit the bell notification icon to stay updated for all future uploads. Thanks for watching.